Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Bridget Bureau. Federal officials spent the day meeting with areas impacted by devastating flooding more than a month ago. And homeowners tell us they still need more help.
Now, FEMA's Disaster Survivor Assistance Team joined state lawmakers today to tour some of the damage in Naugatuck still left over from more than a month ago. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot has more on what's left to be done in parts of southwestern Connecticut.
Representatives from FEMA have around 100 people deployed across the state to help thousands affected from the storm on August 18th.
To date, we have given out $2.5 million to survivors. About 952 survivors have registered with FEMA.
And about 50 people per day continue to register with FEMA, according to Bob Vogel, FEMA's federal coordinating officer. Those people are still in need of help more than a month after torrential rains turned to devastating flooding in southwestern Connecticut. Along with Fogel, Senator Richard Blumenthal and Representative Rosa DeLauro met with homeowners in Naugatuck affected by the flooding.
FEMA is here on the ground providing aid, literally money within days. $2.5 million already has been distributed. It's in bank accounts of homeowners who need help.
It's a Grant family. Jim and Mary and Tammy can't be in their home. They're in a trailer.
And the Grant family says that trailer has completely wiped out their savings.
We had to use the last of our savings to buy a used camper so we had somewhere to live. It's not fun.
So the last of your savings?
Yeah. The guy wanted $8,000. I got him talked down to $6,500 because that's all I had. He went for it.
The family saw 22 inches of rain, which wiped out the first floor of their home. Nearly 2 feet of flooding, almost no one could have predicted.
And it's going to get worse.
I'm sorry.
The weather's going to move in. That foundation don't get put in. The rest of the house can come down.
James did register for funding and said a contractor will be out on Tuesday to give an estimate on the damage. When it comes to additional resources, homeowners and renters can go to disasterassistance.gov. In Naugatuck, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Kay, thank you. And a FEMA Disaster Recovery Center will also soon be open. It'll help survivors affected by August's severe storm apply for FEMA assistance, upload documents needed for their application, and get their questions answered in person. The temporary facility will open this Wednesday in Southbury. All right, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for a first look at the forecast. And boy, what a difference a day makes, as they say. Today was a lot better than yesterday.
Big difference.
Yeah.
Very pleasant day, Rachel.
Yeah, it was nice to get some sun outside. And I think what made Sunday unpleasant was the persistent mist and drizzle in southern Connecticut. In the northern half of the state, it was much drier and there was even some pops of sun. But I think we get back to areas of fog or mist overnight tonight and into early tomorrow, although it won't be as persistent or stubborn as it was yesterday. So taking a look here, this is future visibility. So down to 3 miles in Hartford, down to lower than a quarter mile. That's when you see the 0 there in Waterbury. So just know patchy fog and mist in spots. And then as we head towards the middle of the day, it should be able to kind of resolve itself and clear out. This is what is left over of what was once Helene. Now we're just looking at this swirl of showers here, and this misses us entirely, sliding to the south. Here closer to home, we're much calmer. Overnight lows will be in the 50s as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. So tomorrow, some fog to start. Welcome to October. We'll see high temperatures climbing into the lower 70s as we head through the afternoon, which is right around average for this time of year. Some sunny breaks are possible, but overall it's looking kind of like a mostly cloudy day. And there is a chance for a light passing shower or sprinkle as we head into tomorrow evening. But overall, it's a mostly dry start to the new month. We'll take a look at the first week of October coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. New at 10 tonight, United Illuminating says it is looking to increase rates. The company announced today it's seeking $105 million in new revenues. That would increase bills by 9.3% overall if approved. As for the distribution rate, that would rise by 34%. Connecticut Attorney General William Tong is slamming this rate hike. In a statement, Tong said in part, quote, "This revenue grab is a tone-deaf slap in the face to Connecticut families. Electric rates are through the roof right now, and consumers cannot afford to pay more. United Illuminating asked for and received a revenue increase just last year," end quote.
There is a new tick-borne illness to be on alert about in our state. It's called Rickettsia parkeri rickettsioses. Health officials say a person in Connecticut has already been infected. RPR is transmitted by Gulf Coast ticks. It's similar to Rocky Mountain spotted fever, but with milder symptoms. The first sign you could be infected is a dark scab at the site of the tick bite. If you develop a fever, a headache, rash, or muscle aches, get immediate medical help.
Emergency repair work started today on the Copon Dam in Ansonia to lower the water levels. A recent survey found the dam is in poor condition and poses a threat to human life. The Naugatuck Valley Council of Governments says it hasn't been operational since 2013. The water levels will be lowered by 3 feet to avoid a breach of the dam, which could lead to a washout of the railroad tracks across the way.
The work that's being done now is just sort of the immediate, to deal with the immediate safety problem. And then, as part of the design of the overall Kennytown Dam removal project, we're going to be, trying to figure out what can and will be done.
The emergency repair work on the dam is expected to take about 2 weeks. Officials are now working with engineers to determine whether the dam needs to be removed altogether.
Another important message delivered from people in northeastern Connecticut tonight, where mothers and mothers-to-be are still looking for much-needed help. The group Wyndham United to Save Our Healthcare invited community members together tonight in Willimantic. They discussed issues and asked questions surrounding the closure of labor and delivery services at Wyndham Hospital, which is operated by Hartford Healthcare. With the birthing center at that hospital shuttered, expectant mothers are now forced to go elsewhere to get the care they need before, during, or after delivery, at some point even driving as far as 45 minutes away. Some say they're concerned that after all the community has been through, even during difficult financial times in the past.
They took care of this community, and I don't understand all of the resources of Hartford Healthcare, all of the expertise, all of the ways that it could work with our hospital. We are the only Hartford Healthcare hospital that has been gutted this way. There is no sane reason why this hospital has been dismantled here.
Last year, the State Office of Health Strategy called for a study to be done to determine the need for a birthing center in the region. It called on Hartford Healthcare to find a provider to operate it and offer such services.
Glastonbury police are investigating an attempted armed robbery in a Stop and Shop parking lot. It happened just before noon Saturday. Police say suspects in a stolen car pointed a gun at a shopper in the parking lot of the Stop and Shop on Glastonbury Boulevard. Thankfully, she was able to get away without getting hurt. No property was stolen. Police say the robbery appears to be part of a pattern of similar incidents across the state. Anyone with any information should call Glastonbury Police.
Another skimmer device is found at a local business in our state, this time at a Dollar General store in Norwich. Police say the manager of that store reported a credit card skimmer that you see here found at one of the registers today. It's currently unknown when the device was placed on the card swipe machine, but it is believed to have happened within the past 24 hours. Police are urging anyone who used a credit card at the Dollar General over on West Main Street to check their bank accounts for any recent suspicious activities.
Well, teachers, parents, and New Haven city officials showed their support today for increasing state and federal education funding. Rallies at 3 New Haven schools, including a Fairhaven here, are pushing for more money to support the city's public schools. Money from the Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief, or ESSER fund, ended today. ESSER provided emergency funding to help schools during the pandemic. New Haven received $127 million of it.
It's frustrating because we recognize costs go up. Workers deserve to be paid more. The costs of running buildings is more expensive. We know that. So we absolutely have to be able to address that deficit, and it shouldn't fall on taxpayers in New Haven alone.
The district recently cut the school's budget for the next fiscal year. The deficit in the budget is over $12 million.